हेलो एवरीवन। आज हमारे बीच है मिस अनुज्ञा चौहान, रैंक 7 ऑफ DJS 2022. So Miss Anugya, how are you feeling? Recently you have cleared DJS.
I'm feeling quite elated. I'm very happy, and I was relieved a lot because it meant that whatever I've worked for has finally I have accomplished it. And I did not expect that it would happen in the first attempt. I was prepared for sitting for a couple of years, but since it happened at the first time, so that was quite a nice feeling.
That's nice. So this was your first attempt.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So Anugya, as we know, आपने जो है वीकेंड बैच में कोचिंग ली है और आपने कोचिंग कॉलेज के साथ साथ ली है, तो आई थिंक इट वाज चैलेंज फॉर यू. सो कैन यू प्लीज टेल आवर स्टूडेंट्स कि आपने कैसे मैनेज की चीज़ें?
Yeah, it was not very easy, let us be honest. It was difficult navigating two things at the same time. But बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप consistent रहें और अपने रूटीन में हर चीज़ को टाइम अलॉट करो. कॉलेज के लिए पढ़ना है वो भी पढ़ना ही है, उसका असाइनमेंट करना है वो सब करना ही है, लेकिन उसके साथ ये मत बोलिए कि जुडिशरी आपका एम है तो यू वर्क फॉर इट, गिव इट प्रॉपर टाइम, टेक एटलीस्ट for initial time, take at least 4-5 hours to get yourself into the motion and start with it, and eventually I think as you keep getting on the pace, so it works out.
ओके. तो अनुज्ञा, आपने कौन से ईयर में अपनी कोचिंग स्टार्ट की थी?
मैंने 2019 में तब मेरा 4th ईयर स्टार्ट हुआ था, तो मैंने
तो देन यू जॉइन द वीकेंड बैच ऑफ एम्बिशन.
यस.
ओके ओके ओके. सो उसके साथ साथ आपने अपना कॉलेज भी मैनेज किया है और आपने कोचिंग भी मैनेज किया है. तो अनुज्ञा, आपकी क्या स्ट्रैटेजी रही थी पेपर क्लियर करने की? लाइक यू हैव सॉल्व मॉक टेस्ट और व्हाट वाज योर स्ट्रैटेजी?
Strategy, basic is reading bare acts and everything. Read bare acts really thoroughly, and coaching attend कर रहे हैं तो क्लास में notes लो properly, उनको रिवाइज करते रहो and keep improving them, and add additional details या whatever you come across at a later point of time. उसके बाद मॉक्स अटेम्प्ट करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है मुझे लगता है, क्योंकि पता चलता है कि आप it gives you a reality check, कि where am I lacking, what should I be working on more. So that is really helpful. And obviously the most important thing is revising constantly. If you let go of a subject if you think that I'm done with this subject, I know it really well, and you leave it for a month, then it's all gone. So it's really important to keep coming back, and it is something that teachers keep reminding us at every time, that you need to keep revising, and it happens because it is important. It's very important. And taking mocks, these are two very important things, I believe.
ओके. सो अनुज्ञा, आप एज एफ आप वीकेंड मैच में आते थे, तो वीकेंड मैच में आपको ऐसा फील भी होता होगा कि संडे को जब सब लोग एंजॉय कर रहे हैं तो आपकी क्लास है, तो आपने उस टाइम पे अपने आप को कंसिस्टेंट कैसे रखा?
हाँ, ये बहुत बड़ा इशू होता था, क्योंकि यूजुअली प्लान्स वीकेंड पे बनते हैं, कॉलेज में होते हैं तो पूरा वीकडे बिजी होता है और फिर सिर्फ आपको वीकेंड मिलता है टू रिलैक्स. तो फॉर मी व्हाट हैपेंड, व्हाट आई डिसाइडेड टू डू वाज आई वुड कीप some hours or some day to myself to recuperate, and उसमें मैं अपनी हॉबीज़ करती थी, या जो भी है जिसमें भी इंटरेस्ट है, पेंटिंग, आर्ट, डांस, जो भी है. इट्स रियली इम्पॉर्टेंट टू मेंटेन अ बैलेंस सो दैट यू डू नॉट बर्न आउट, बिकॉज what I realized at a very early stage was that this is going to be a very long stretch. It is not something that we are going to get done in like 2 weeks, 1 month, or even a year. It would be delusional to suppose that you will get through it in a year or so. So it's a really long time. So you need to make sustainable practices, see what fits your schedule, and what would be sustainable for your own self. So keep studying and also maintain a balance with your personal life, with your mental health, So that would be
Okay, means we want to tell the students that it is a matter of choice. Either you like choose to study or you choose to enjoy. It is totally your call.
yes,
So they need to be focus on their choices.
definitely.
Depends upon individuals.
Yes, so when I say that keep some time for yourself, it should be, what I mean is it should be intentional. If you decide कि this is the time कि अभी मैं पढ़ाई कर रही हूँ, तो that should be it. आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, आपको फ़ोन कॉल्स आ रहे हैं, बाहर जाना है, that should not matter then. और जब आपने डिसाइड किया इंटेंशनली कि ओके दिस इज़ द टाइम आई एम टेकिंग फॉर माई सेल्फ, don't study at that point because how are you going to reward yourself, right? So make intentional choices and focus on them, whatever you choose.
So Anugya, just tell us that what do you think that you made the right decision by joining the weekend batch?
Yes, I think I made the right decision. It's very important. For weekend batches aren't a very common thing in a lot of institutes. This was one of the very few institutes that offered weekend classes, and it was really helpful for me personally because I was preparing. I was in college as well as preparing, so it was a little difficult for me to attend both of these things, classes as well coaching together at the same time. Classes are till 4 and then usually coaches begin at 4, so how would I have been able to manage? So that is why I decided that I would take weekend classes, and it is also very helpful for people who are working. लोग प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, वर्किंग हैं, तो उनके लिए तो वीकेंड ही ऑप्शन है. तो ऑल्दो बहुत ज़्यादा विल पावर लगती है कि you're working for 5 days and then you also assign your weekend for studying. But as you also said कि it's matter of choice. You need to choose how you're going to go about it.
Okay. So one more question, Anugya. See, you have cleared the DJS and first attempt, in very first attempt. Okay. So many of these students, has a myth that, DJS is a difficult exam, though it is. But you just tell them how you managed to clear it in a very first attempt, like what you did, and whether you want to be a judge from the very first day, or from initially you thought you want to be a judge, or it happens like with the span of time, how you decided to be a judge and how you manage to clear this exam in a very first attempt.
Right. So it wasn't something that I was very clear about from the first day itself. I was, even after my 12th standard, I was confused as to what I should pursue. It was out of the choice of me not wanting to do engineering that I decided to pick up law. And it turned out really well. I started enjoying reading law, and it was the environment was very stimulating. You keep on learning something new every day, and not just the bookish thing. सिर्फ किताबों के बारे में जो लिखा है वो नहीं, आप वर्ल्ड में इतना सब कुछ हो रहा है जो लीगली है, लीगल नॉलेज से कनेक्टेड है. सो वो मुझे बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता था जब मैं पढ़ती थी, क्योंकि ऐसा लगता था सब कनेक्ट हो रहा है. बट इट वॉज इन माई आई थिंक towards the end of my 3rd year that I decided that after trying out a lot of things, internships, court internships, corporate internships, that I thought that I want to do something जिसमें मैं सोसाइटी के क्लोज कनेक्शन में रह के कुछ कर सकूँ, और मैं अपनी लीगल नॉलेज का भी कहीं कहीं यूज़ कर सकूँ. तो दैट इज़ व्हेन आई डिसाइडेड कि दिस वुड बी अ रियली गुड ऑप्शन. आई रेड अबाउट इट and I read a lot of interviews, and I thought that this is something that would suit well with how I am, my personality, and what I see for myself in future. So that is how I decided.
Okay. Means you decided in 3rd year in the and immediately in the 4th year you joined the coaching.
Yes, definitely.
And you was very consistent with your studies, and see, you have cleared just in the very first attempt.
Yes, consistency is the key.
Is success, no?
Yeah.
So Anugya, last question. आप हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को कुछ मैसेज देना चाहते हैं, हाउ दे विल प्रिपेयर एंड अबाउट द वीकेंड बैच, whether it is beneficial or not. So please enlighten them on this point.
Yes, weekend batch is definitely very beneficial. अगर आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो या अगर आप जॉब कर रहे हो, तो this has to be the best option, I believe, क्योंकि आप दोनों चीज़ें मैनेज कर लोगे. And once you get into it, once you decide that this is what you're doing, be consistent. Be consistent with classes, with notes, with mock tests. Definitely mock tests, because they are very important. And yeah, be patient and keep working hard. That should be sufficient.
Okay, means you want to tell that it is a long course and you need to be very patient with the things, you need to solve the mock test.
Yes.
So, and keep yourself motivated during these times. This is what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.